I felt like there was a certain approach tonight. So to talk to Pena about that, and they came out swinging early and often tonight.
Yeah, and that actually leads us to our next point tonight is the Astros' aggressive start early. And it was right out of the gates, the top of the lineup. We had 3 doubles on 4 pitches. What did they do to get to Zach Wheeler early?
Swing.
Yeah.
And they swung early and often. That's what they did, Alex. And 4 pitches into the game, the Astros had 3 doubles and 2 runs scored. 4 pitches into the game. So it seemed like they came out with a game plan against Zach Wheeler, which was, we're not going to let this get deep into the count. We're not going to work the count, try and work his pitch count and get him out of the game early. Their thought process was, we're going to get him out of the game early by knocking him around a little bit.
So when you're coming into a game knowing that you need a big bounce-back game, is swinging early just a big part of a game plan?
Yes, but there's a tactic to it.
Okay.
For example,
Explain.
Jose Altuve comes out, and Altuve swings early and often pretty much all the time. That's kind of his MO, is the best pitch I'm going to get is the first pitch of the game because the pitcher's just trying to lay it in there.
Yeah.
So he swings early and often. Now, yes, in hindsight, we're having a conversation about the Astros had 3 doubles in the first 4 pitches, but if Jose Altuve pops that first pitch of the game up or gets out, the next batter has to take a pitch, right?
Yeah.
So, yes, that's how it ended up turning out, but it was just the perfect thing after thing. Every domino fell into place perfectly. Altuve ends up with that double. Next thing you know, the next batter's swinging first pitch. Jeremy Pena. Next thing you know, the next batter's swinging first pitch, and then doubles on the second pitch. So everybody in front of each other did their job, passed the baton, if you will, and it allowed us to have the conversation of, hey, these guys attacked early, and they attacked often, and that's why the Houston Astros got out to the lead that they did tonight.
And also another important note is they gave Framber Valdez a really nice cushion at the very beginning of this game, which leads us to our next topic, is how lights out Valdez was. He got a standing ovation coming out in the 7th inning. Dusty Baker gave him knucks coming out. 9 strikeouts for him. What did you see him do well tonight?
Locate, and his curveball was on point. And that was a point that I made pregame, and one of my keys for the Astros winning this game was Framber Valdez needs to have that curveball on point because this Phillies team, their offense is fantastic. They have such a good offense, but they do swing a lot. So if you can get them swinging and missing, you're going to have success. And Framber Valdez with his curveball tonight, it was on point. I talked about what the Phillies needed to do pregame, and it was get that curveball up in the zone. Because if Framber's curveball is on, it's diving out of the zone, and a lot of guys are going to swing. And guess what? Framber Valdez's curveball was on. He punched out 9 guys, and 5 of them were on that curveball. He was great tonight.
He was lights out. I think we can argue that he has been the best starter out of the 4 starters that we have seen so far this series.
Absolutely. That's a great point. Of the 4 starters, and this is an interesting series because we almost have a 1A and 1B on each side of it.
We do.
Right? And of the 4 guys, 3 of them gave up 5 earned runs.
Yeah.
Aaron Nola, Justin Verlander, and Zach Wheeler, 5 earned runs. Nobody went into the 6th inning. Justin and Wheeler went 5 innings. Nola went 4 1/3. So absolutely, this series, you look at, oh my God, these teams have 2 bona fide aces.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a great pitching performance all around, and that hasn't turned out to be the case 3 of the 4 times until tonight with Framber Valdez.
Which seems very uncharacteristic for the other 3 pitchers giving up 5 runs. Does something change here in the World Series? Are you trying to overpitch? Is there a different kind of pressure for these guys?
Yeah, I think that's a great point, Alex. This is the World Series, and as much as you can practice for it and be ready and say, I'm just going to go out and do the same thing, it's not. The emotions are far too different, and it's very difficult.